Good morning. Good morning. Who's on this morning? Hello. Hi guys. All right. Hi. Hello everybody. Hope you're all okay. Hello guys. How are you? Everyone all right? Good morning. Still can't get Facebook to work. I'm having issues with going live on Facebook, but I am videoing it so we can still save it to Facebook. At the garden centre with a tea. Wow, that sounds very lovely. Good morning guys. I was talking to my husband at the weekend saying I really feel like I should up my mug game, don't you think? Considering I have a cup of tea with me every single morning, I should really have a decent mug. This used to say play hooray, but it came off in the wash. So I think I might need to invest in some really pretty mugs, don't you think, for going live? Anyway, I hope you're okay. Yeah, I had a lovely weekend, thank you. Ended up being a bit busy. Mason went for his first sleepover at his auntie's house, just to give me and my husband a bit of time. It's a really busy time with work for both me and my husband, so we had loads to do, so she was kind enough to take him for the day and the night. So I was busy working for the weekend, but it was still lovely. In Mallorca, very nice, wowee. What a privilege to be joining you on your holiday. Thank you very much, guys. So I said that this is a short and sweet one today. Regarding the lives for the rest of the week, I'm not sure what's going to happen because we're away, and that's why I'm a bit busy. I'm frantically getting the house ready for the dog sitter coming, packing and getting sorted. So we are away, but I really still want to go live. So it just depends on Wi-Fi and that sort of stuff. So we'll just see. So there might be lives at random times for me over the next week, but I promise I really will. I'll be around. I'm still on messages and stuff, and I will do my best to catch up with you. So of course I had to do baby play Monday, didn't I? I couldn't miss it. It's my favourite. Don't tell the other days I said that. So just a really nice quick one today. It's a quick one for me, but it might be a little bit more work for you than normal. I know my activities are normally quick. Ones that you can turn out in like a minute or so. This takes a little bit longer, but don't shout at me, but it is worth it, I promise. It's literally just taken me, I didn't have it ready, and it's taken me about 5 minutes to get it ready. So it just depends, because it's all to do with family photos. So it's a couple of activities you can do with family photos. So a really nice, and there's just two ways that you can do this. It's lovely, of course you could do this with any age, it doesn't matter how old your child is. Mason would love this now. I did make one for Mason when he was a tiny baby, however it got ruined in the loft when we had lots of work done in the loft last year. So I've quickly thrown another one together. So it just depends whether you've got some family photos printed or if you're like me and everything lives in your phone these days. So I've just managed to grab some. But I also sent some to my husband to quickly print for me, and I've quickly cut them out. So it hasn't actually taken that long. It just depends if you've got any photos ready-made or you're able to print them and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's a couple of ideas that you can do with family photos, because as you know, young babies, not only from a young age do they love to see faces. I've talked to you about this before, that from a really early age, as in a few days old, babies begin to recognise 2 eyes, a nose and a mouth. And they recognise a human face, and so it's really nice. You will quite often find that babies will seek out toys with nice faces on, or simple patterns with faces on and things like that. So it's really lovely to have items with smiley faces on, whether it's their reflection in a mirror or whether it's photos, and it could be photos of you in your immediate family or further family or friends or whatever you want to do. But these are just two ways that you could use them really quick. So the first one, this is a really old, as you can see, I picked this up in a charity shop, 50p, it even says on the back. It's just one of their old-fashioned photo albums. It's a really simple, you know, the little ones with wallets, little photo album. And all I've done is put in some pictures of the dog, because they used to be all the photos that I would ever print out, of the photos of the dog, because we love the dog. And there's photos of us as a family, grandparents, all sorts of things like that. So you're making your own little personalised book, really, and you can flick through, and it's a lovely one to have if you're out in a restaurant, if you're in the car, if they're in the buggy and you're walking around and things. It's a really nice one to have on you, because again, you can then sit together, you can talk about the pictures. Oh, look, it's Archie, it's our doggy. You can talk about, and you can talk about all the different language and the names, and recall stories of them and all that sort of stuff, and it will be probably faces that they will become familiar to them and they will recognize, and they'll begin to name them eventually. So it's just a really lovely thing to have. It's nice. It's a really nice, it's like making your own little personalised book basically. So you can pop in some photos in there, and then I'm going to show you also another way of doing it is actually, these are like some little, I'm just going to show you, talk to you again before, if you want more info. I don't think it's saved actually when I did monochrome. I'm going to be doing monochrome and high contrast pictures again soon, because I don't think it's saved the first time I did it on Facebook. But babies really like to see high contrast pictures, very simple patterns, black and white, because their eyes are able to focus on it much better from a young age. So these are just some pieces of card, and I've used a black pen and I've drawn on some really simple patterns. Really simple, don't take long at all. And as you can see, they're just really simple. And that's another nice thing that you can put in the book instead as some high contrast pictures. Keep them really simple, not too patterned, and they can be a really effective thing. Again, while you're out and about, you want to keep your little one occupied or something to look at. You could still use it at home, pop it in a basket or at bedtime. There's no reason why you can't flick through this like a bedtime story and put in some high contrast pictures. You might already have some flashcards. I've mentioned these before by the lovely Ruth, another small business in Bristol, and she's lovely, and she creates these really gorgeous high contrast flashcards which are great for little children. The name is, I can tag it, the Black and White Book Project, and they're great, and I think you can get them on Amazon as well. And she does these lovely pictures, so there's no reason why you couldn't slot those in there and make a little book of your flashcards. So if you've got any lovely flashcards at home, I picked up a lovely set in Tiger yesterday, you can make your own little book with those. So it's just a cheap photo album from the charity shop. Have a look in the charity shop, no one uses them anymore, do they? 50p, and you can make your own little book, which are really lovely. There is actually a small business I've seen on Instagram called I think it's My First Photos, something like that. I will tag them in stories afterwards, because they actually make material books with photos on. So you go on their website, you download the photos and the names, say mummy or daddy or doggy or whatever, and they will actually print them, and it makes a material photo book, which is really lovely. And again, it's nice having those pictures of people that are significant in their life, that they are close to, or familiar faces, whether it's friends or family or whoever, just people that they spend a lot of time with, can be really nice. I'll tag them as well, because again, another small business, you know that I'm really keen to support those. So that's just one idea of the photo album. And then finally, another idea is, now it could be anything, it doesn't have to be this particular one. Any sort of puzzle would do for this. This is a Melissa and Doug, I don't know the actual name of it, Latches Board. Melissa and Doug, they do brilliant things, really, really lovely toys and things for children, often made of wood. This is the Latches Board. I got this, you can get them in charity shops. These are always on Gumtree. If you use Gumtree like me, looking for secondhand things, I see these come up quite a lot. And they're a really lovely board. It looks quite busy on the camera, but as you can see, there are lots of little houses. They're numbered, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on the front, they've got latches, and they've all got different latches. And as you know, little ones love to fiddle with things, have a good old play, and they love the Latches Board. It's really nice. It's like a simplified version of the busy board. I don't know if you've seen people talk about busy boards before. You don't have time to make one of those. I think even secondhand, this was about £10, because they don't come cheap, these boards. But if you can see one secondhand and grab one, that's great. If not, a normal puzzle will do. A simple puzzle where you pull out in and out the pieces. They work really well as well. I particularly like this one because Mason's always been into fiddly things and fiddling with stuff. And this one's got all the different latches on. And then all I've done is, when you open the door, so when he opens the door, it gets a nice surprise, because it's a picture of Mummy and Daddy and Mason. My husband will be so pleased I've put that photo up. And so what I've done is I've put them all. I've just made this morning, so I haven't even stuck them down yet. So when you open them, it's a picture of Mason and the dog. And we've got all different family members inside. Oh, that's quite a dark one. That's him with his granddad. So there are pictures inside, so it's a really lovely surprise. Once they get into it, they've got pictures of the family. So as you can see, it's not the type of activity that you can set up in the time it takes to make a cup of tea. I know that's normally my thing, but I do promise you it doesn't take long. I quickly put this together. I didn't know about this activity before when I had Mason as a baby. Now I wish I'd done it, but I know that even at 3.5, he would still enjoy opening a puzzle and seeing his family faces behind. And like I said, it doesn't have to be this one because it's not the cheapest of puzzles. You can get puzzles, wooden puzzles in pound shops and things already, where they have the little, you know, the shapes or anything like that. Yes, I think they're really lovely, even for a 2-year-old. Like I said, Mason, my little boy, is 3.5, and he still goes back to this puzzle. It's a really lovely one because I'll show you without the pictures. I haven't even stuck the pictures in. Underneath the puzzles, can you see it's house number 1? So it's got one animal inside, and then when you move across, it's got all the different lovely, the numbers of animals. So it is a really nice one, lots of different opportunities. And I've actually put this in the car before when we've had a long journey, because the kind of thing that he could have on his knee and play with all these different things. Oh, that's all right. Sorry, Zoe, I didn't see your question. Oh, yeah, sorry, that was for you, Zoe. I was answering that for you. Yeah, it's really nice. So if you can, print off some photos if you've got a printer at home, or maybe get some developed. I don't think it costs much to get photos developed these days. You can get them done in the post, and then once you've got them, it's a matter of just cutting them to size and sticking them on under there. I don't think Auntie Olivia's on, so she might not actually have seen that one. Put that photo in there of her. But it's just a really nice surprise, and like I said, it doesn't have to be this one. It could be any normal puzzle or anything like that, where they pull the pieces out and it's got the family photos. So that's just a couple of ideas there, guys. Just really simple. Like I said, not as quick as I normally do, but I think your little ones would really like, particularly having photos of familiar faces. So that's using it with a puzzle. Like I said, it doesn't have to be this one because it's not the cheapest. But I do think it is a good one, particularly if Christmas and birthdays coming up. Might be a good one to maybe put on a Christmas list. If you wouldn't normally spend that much on a puzzle, but I do think you get quite a lot of use out of it, and we still do with Mason at 3.5. Or, like I said, you could make your own little photo book. Ooh, a photo of me. Photo book with family photos inside, or do it with some flashcards and put some flashcards in as well and make your own photo book. So that's it today, guys. A little bit longer than normal. I know I normally do super quick activities, but I do think it's worth, with ones like this, it's worth a couple of minutes. It really wouldn't take long to make something. Where is the puzzle from, please? Missed it at the beginning. That's all right. So this one is called the Latches Board, and it's by Melissa and Doug. Now I get this. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them in lots and lots of quality toy shops. Melissa and Doug's things are really nice. Sometimes in TK Maxx, it's not particularly cheap. I think I paid £10 even for and this was second hand. So they do hold their value though once you've got them, if you do choose to sell it on afterwards, but I think you would get use out of it. So it's up to you, but yeah, I'd maybe put it on a Christmas list if you've got a Christmas coming up or a birthday. Pop it on there because at least you know it's got lots of potential you could get out of it. All right. Okay, I'm going to stop there then, guys. So thank you very much for tuning in. Let me know if you've done it before, or you're going to have a go at making like a puzzle or a little book with family photos in. I'll tag those accounts afterwards of the people that I've mentioned today that do the photo books or the black and white flashcards, because they're really lovely. If you are, again, thinking ahead to Christmas or birthday and you want some things to put on a list, these are really nice ones. And that's it today. So we're going away later today. I've got to dash and get the house ready for the dog sitter coming. So lives could be a bit all over the place this week. I'm going to try my best to get live to you. Just depends about Wi-Fi, doesn't it? Good old Wi-Fi. But I'm still around. I'll still be sharing things. We've still got the baby scarf place for September. It's still going on. $15.99 on Amazon at the moment. Thank you, Laura. We've still got the baby scarf play going on. That's going on to the end of September. The beginning of October, we will be starting with the outdoor play for October. I'm really keen to get kids out and active, even when the weather's getting a bit rubbish. There's that going on. Quick play prompts will be going on as well. So there's loads going on. So I am still around. So you won't miss me too much, I promise. Thank you very much for tuning in today, guys. I'm going to finish there. Have a lovely Monday, whatever you're doing with your babies. Thank you very much. Bye.